and beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them what was said in all the scriptures concerning himself.
Shalom, children. Today we are going to be taking a deeper look at this week's Torah portion to see where it speaks of Yeshua HaMashiach. We are in the book of Bamidbar. The parasha this week is called Shelach, which in Hebrew means send. Let's hear a summary of the parashat. Moshe sends 12 men to scout out the land of Canaan. 40 days later they return, carrying a huge cluster of grapes, a pomegranate, and a fig, and report on a lush and bountiful land. But 10 of the men speak to the people and warn them that the inhabitants of the land are giants and warriors, saying that they are more powerful than we. Only Caleb and Yehoshua insist that the land can be conquered, just as Adonai had commanded. The people weep that they'd rather return to Mitzrayim. Elohim decrees that Israel will not enter into the land for another 40 years, during which time that entire generation will die in the wilderness. Only those who are aged 20 and under will enter, along with Caleb and Yehoshua. Feeling guilty, a group of Israelites attempt to storm the land without Elohim going before them, and are subsequently crushed in the battle by Amalekites and Canaanite warriors. Following this, laws regarding certain offerings are given. A man then breaks the law of Shabbat by collecting firewood and is executed. Finally, the law of the tzitzit is given, that is, tassels which are to be tied onto the 4 corners of the garment to remind Israel every day of the covenant made with Elohim to follow his ways. Yeshua said, "If you believed Moshe, you would believe me, because he wrote about me." So let's dig a bit deeper to see if we can find Yeshua in the scriptures. As we heard, the title of today's parasha is Shalach, which in Hebrew means send or sent. This word is first mentioned in Bereshit, the beginning. We read, "Therefore Adonai sent Adam out of the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which he was taken." Sadly, we cannot enter back into the Garden of Eden, which represents eternity with Elohim, because the body we live in now does not live forever. Shaul wrote, "Our dying bodies must be transformed into bodies that will never die. Our mortal bodies must be transformed into immortal bodies." But how will we be transformed? We cannot do this for ourselves. Who will save us? Yochanan tells us, "We have seen and testify that the Father has sent the Son as Saviour of the world." We are transformed through Yeshua HaMashiach, having paid the price for us with his blood. There is a very interesting incident recorded from the life of Yeshua, which confirms him being sent. It happened when he was in Yerushalayim for the feast of Sukkot. Yeshua and his taught ones passed by a man who had been blind since his birth. When the taught ones asked Yeshua why the man was born blind. He answered, "Neither this man nor his parents sinned, but that the works of Adonai should be revealed in him. I must work the works of him that sent me." Yeshua had then put clay onto the man's eyes and told him, "Go wash in the pool of Siloam," which in Greek means sent. Afterwards, the man's eyes were opened and he could see. What a beautiful connection of Yeshua being sent and eyes being opened. Have you heard the saying, "Bad news spreads like wildfire"? What do you think it means? Well, have you ever seen a wildfire on the news, or perhaps in a documentary? From just a few embers, a destructive fire can spread quickly, causing devastation in its path. In our parashah today, we learn of several people who brought their own bad news, which too spread like wildfire and caused great destruction within the camp of the Israelites. The incident begins with Adonai telling Moshe, "Send out men to explore the land of Canaan, the land I am giving to the Israelites." 12 men were sent out who spent 40 days touring the promised land. Afterwards, they came back to Moshe and Aharon and all the congregation. They said, "We went to the land where you sent us. It truly flows with milk and honey, and this is its fruit. Nevertheless, the people who dwell in the land are strong. The cities are fortified and very large." And they gave the children of Israel a bad report. And just like that, the wildfire was lit. We read, "So all the congregation lifted up their voices and cried, and the people wept that night. And all the children of Israel complained against Moshe and Aharon, and the whole congregation said, 'If only we had died in the land of Mitzrayim.'" The people lost faith in the promises of Adonai. A lack of faith often leads to grumbling and ending up wanting to do things our own way. The people then said to one another, "Let us select a leader and return to Mitzrayim." The outcome of all of this was very serious. Elohim told Moshe, "They shall not see the land of which I swore to their fathers, nor shall any of those who rejected me." You see, our words matter. They can bring hope and life, or they can bring despair and death. David Hamelech prayed to Yahweh, "Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips." Children, we need to be careful we don't become grumblers ourselves and lead others down that path with us. During a time of doubt, we can pray and ask Adonai to give us faith. And remember the words Yeshua said, "This is the work of Adonai, that you believe in him, whom he shalach." Well, children, that is the end of our study for today. So we will see you next time, when we search the scriptures together. Shalom.
When I arise, and when I walk, when I sit down, and when I dark. Let your